Well, Assassin's Creed Mirage will not be featuring any long-range weapons. You're not going to have any bow and arrow in this game. The only long-range weapons that we're going to be using in this game is going to be the throwing knife. Now, apart from this, there's only consumables such as bombs and all that stuff. Now, of course, comparing this with other Assassin's Creed games, it's going to be a little bit challenging, and the game is basically going to be forcing you to go much more into a stealthier route. So that's basically how Ubisoft has decided to, push on stealth and promote stealth much more than just going aggressively all in. Now, one of the toughest enemies that you'll come across in Assassin's Creed Mirage is going to be the wildlife in the game. Now, as you know, as we have seen from most of the trailers and footage that Ubisoft has shared so far, there is wildlife in this game. You're going to be encountering a lot of different wild animals in the wilderness. And one of the most frustrating thing that a lot of players are going to be facing in this game is that you don't have a bow and arrow. And at the same time, these animals are actually harder to kill because the health portion of these animals are much higher than any of the human enemies that we come across in this game in particular. So combating the wildlife is going to be a huge challenge without any of those long-range weapons, which makes the game much more interesting in my honest opinion. Now, speaking of wilderness, there is actually a very huge announcement that Assassin's Creed Mirage creative director Sarah has shared with the latest interview with a YouTuber named Jaw Raptor, where Sarah said that the game is going to have a lot of open world activities that we as players will be able to explore in the wilderness. Now, one thing that Ubisoft has not shown is outside of Baghdad. The wilderness is something that they've always kept as a huge secret, and the only thing that they showed so far is just a few glimpses of what the wilderness looks like, and it seems like we're gonna see a lot of animals in there. But it seems like Assassin's Creed Mirage will basically have a lot of random open world events, which are going to be called as Tales of Baghdad. Now, basically what Tales of Baghdad means is basically that when we players explore the open world, we are going to encounter some random activities that just keeps happening around the world. And once you encounter it, it's going to just chain progress and create a whole new side quest, which is going to be related to the main storyline or somewhat related to other side quests as well. And Sarah said that there are these random dynamic events that keep happening around the world called Tales. Now, although the game is not going to have a lot of these Tales of Baghdad available in all the locations, but most of the locations will at least have 2 tales per district when you're trying to explore the world of Assassin's Creed Mirage. Now, moving on to the next one, the one thing that I actually felt personally from what I've seen in Assassin's Creed Mirage is that the combat in this game feels a little bit more RPG-like compared to the stealth system. Now, as you know, we have seen a lot of stealth gameplay in Assassin's Creed Mirage, but there hasn't really been much of an actual combat footage, and that is because the combat is going to be very, very close or kind of similar to what we've already seen with Assassin's Creed Valhalla. But then the animations are of course going to be so much better because Basim has a whole new set of animations, which I'm pretty sure you guys are going to love it. And since this game is originally made to be a DLC content for Assassin's Creed Valhalla, I don't really have much complaints about it because I know that Ubisoft has done their best in order to bring this game into its own genre and create a game of its own, and I think they've done a really, really amazing job so far. And a lot of people in the community are also excited to see how good this game is going to be. Finally, a small Assassin's Creed game, something that we have been asking for all these times. Now, speaking about these open world tales, such as the side quest activities, the dynamic events that happen around the world, there was this one incident which happened in the gameplay footage which was shared by Jack Frags, where he was exploring the open world in one of the districts, and there was this huge synchronization point, on top of which there was this little kid who climbed all the way on top of the synchronization point, and he claims that he wants to become one of those hidden ones, and he does this just to perform the leap of faith and show the hidden ones that he is worthy enough to join them. And little does the kid know that Basim himself is a hidden one. Now, although it's pretty obvious that Basim is wearing a hidden one's outfit, but I believe Ubisoft removed that feature where the kid doesn't know that you're a hidden one because players might choose to wear different outfits, and they did not want that to impact in the game. But at the same time, this also goes the other way around, right? So it's kind of a little bit bizarre, but what happens here is that Basim teaches the kid how to perform a leap of faith. And since the kid is not experienced enough, he performs it in a way where it almost kills him, but then lucky enough, the kid is still alive. And looking at the kid perform this leap of faith, it just reminds me of Basim from his older days when he used to be one of the street thieves. Even Basim doesn't know how to perform the leap of faith, and then he ends up learning that from the assassins, and the lore is just getting crazier and crazier. And completing all of these dynamic random events around the world is going to be so much more worth it if you're playing this game. So don't just rush rush the game, play the story mode, make sure that you guys are exploring each and every part of Baghdad and making sure that you guys are taking a look at all of these dynamic events, because Ubisoft has put a lot of work and it clearly shows there are going to be some memorable experiences when you're exploring Baghdad. Now, like Sarah said, there's at least going to be 2 tales per district, which is something I'm super excited about. Now, of course, it's not as big as what we've expected from Assassin's Creed Valhalla, because that's an RPG game and Mirage is much of a smaller game, and they're trying to keep this as focused as possible with the main storyline. So I'm super excited for it. Let me know in the comments down below. We're only a week away from this game officially launching. And by the way, I also have a second channel on YouTube where I'm going to be doing a whole entire Let's Play and walkthroughs, and you guys will also see a lot more chilled content on that channel, where I will be posting a lot of different games, Let's Plays, free roams, and all that stuff. I will leave the second channel's link down below in the description as well as in the pinned comments. Make sure to go ahead and subscribe and join the family right now. We are targeting to hit 100 subscribers by tonight. So let's go ahead, make that happen, and I will be doing a full-on Let's Play walkthrough on that channel. Make sure to go ahead, check it out. It's called Blakwoodz 2. It's going to be my second channel. All the links are available in the description. Now, if you guys are going and enjoy this video, and if you're excited for Assassin's Creed Mirage, drop a big fat like on this video. It really helps me out a lot. It helps the channel a lot. And your support, dudes, you guys don't know it. It really does help the channel a lot. So please take a few seconds of your valuable time and show your boy some love. And with that being said, I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of the day, and I'll see you guys on tomorrow's video. Until then, take it easy, fams, and goodbye.